would describe this week with words unique,
Fun,
Good feeling,
challenging, a lot of energy.
good network.
Amazing.
unforgettable.
and encouraging.
Hi, I'm Olga,
My name is Dario.
and I'm from Berlin.
I am Italian. I was born in Padua, near Venice.
So Dario came up with the idea of NoisyVision to do something beyond NoisyVision or to connect people more to NoisyVision.
I am one of the organizers of the workshop, together with my friend and colleague Olga. I am visually impaired and hearing impaired. I have Usher syndrome.
I saw this program of the European Union, which is the Grundtvig program. It's a program of the lifelong learning. We tried to find a partner organization, which was ProRetina from Aachen, which is a self-help organization of people with retinitis pigmentosa.
My role in this week is part of the organization and the decision of what we were going to do and generation of the idea behind and why we wanted to do this workshop and what we wanted to do.
We were reaching out to different self-help organizations, to different NGOs in all European countries to try to get participants. The selection process was extremely difficult because all of the people wanted to participate and we also wanted to give the chance to participate.
Another role during the week is that I'm trying to get people involved and offer my support as a visually impaired myself.
We developed the program together over 1.5 years and tried to come up with a good structure. Actually, it was a pretty long road to go.
We have 4 trainers and some other volunteers.
My name is Karina Chupina. I originally come from St. Petersburg, Russia. In my training work, I'm especially focused on exploring and developing the accessible, inclusive approaches for young people from minorities, including young people with different types of disability. This is what I like to do. I'm also here to help with the educational methods that help participants to work together, to have a good teamwork for the entire week, to learn from each other, to share their experiences. The first time that I work with the entire group of partially sighted young people.
So we have 16 peoples from over 8 countries.
From Romania, Italy, Spain, Ireland, Great Britain, Germany.
They all are partially sighted for different reasons, for different length of time. Somebody since 2 years, somebody since birth.
And they're all very motivated actually, which we found out already in the process of communicating with them. So, pretty energetic group.
We all come from different countries, different educational background, different cultures, different levels of disability as well. And since we're so different, there's so much to learn from each other.
I was already very happy from the very beginning, and I've seen that people are really motivated. I've seen that so far everything went very well.
The response is extremely well till now. So people seem like they cherish and like the opportunity to be here and to meet other people from other countries and to exchange, to share their experiences. And so I think the feedback so far was really nice.
Create some new ways, some different ways of informing and involving even people that are not partially sighted.
Of course, we hope that it will be participants who will help us to disseminate it wider and that they will never give up.
I discovered my condition 2 years ago, and it was really hard. But I really feel good when the doctor said you have retinitis pigmentosa, because I think immediately, oh, I'm not crazy. I have something.
I discovered it 3 years ago, and so I'm not used to be a visual impaired person.
This just happened to me 2 years ago, and I had to change my life in an instant like that.
I've only been partially sighted for like 4 years, and so this is the first time I've travelled on my own to another country.
I had a really high expectations. First, when I saw the advertisement of this workshop, I was really happy. I knew that I will apply and it would be a great thing for me. So when I got elected, I was really happy and was partying in my flat alone.
I didn't know at the beginning. I thought it's not a big deal, but actually it's been really great meeting people in similar situations.
To see the opportunities, how other people are dealing with it and what other people can do, it kind of inspires me. Like,
learn from their experiences, as they may come across the same problems I have, but because they come from a different background, they're able to see it in a different way and maybe have tackled it successfully in a way that they see fit. And I was like, talk to them and get ideas from them how to tackle certain problems, because obviously there are different perspectives, leads to different solutions, which is amazing.
Sharing information, of course, to learn other people from different kind of countries to get a better network.
Getting people together who have disabilities and trying to find a way how to get along and to make a community which could improve the living quality of people like us.
Then, as I said, to have fun and just to meet a group of people, like-minded people, so I can have maybe blind guides when I go to their cities, which is always a good thing.
It's just an experiment for now, but who knows, maybe it will grow bigger.
The main thing is to enjoy, as I said, have fun, and also have a bit of a hope. So I would like that me and the rest of the team at the end of this workshop will have a true experience to share back in their own country and with their own friends and people.
sometimes the main restriction, they are in your mind, or sometimes it's the attitude of the other people. And you need to have responsibility, you need to have good skills and your own motivation and confidence to overcome those maybe stereotypical attitudes from the other people or prejudices from the other people.
We are trying to put together our mind and experiences in order to improve the idea that we don't need to see necessarily with the eyes, but more with the mind and the heart, which is also the bottom line and the mission of NoisyVision.
A new workshop with and for young people with disabilities is about looking more at ability rather than your disability.
To investigate new possibilities of dealing with low vision and of raising awareness. Especially in the last days, I realized that the main thing is to enjoy and have a space and an opportunity to put together people to share information and possibilities for actually a better life.
Thank you.
Welcome. They joined this place. We are now in Kreuzberg.
Berlin is a fantastic city.
Yesterday was the best day. I really liked walking around. It's the first time I didn't get lost, even though we all have visual impairments. We all looked at the maps, and it helped me to try more because I wasn't embarrassed about holding the map right up to my face or taking a long time, because people were very good at waiting and being patient, which was great, really great.
We gained our own confidence by exploring the city on our own. We were given the chance to choose our own path. Instead of being told you go to this street and there, we were just told go from point A to point B however you want.
And not rushed, it was just take your time, and we got to really enjoy Berlin. Only seen a tiny bit of it, but it just made me hungry to come back for more.
Order, more or less, and then we see. People from falling into the water, but then again, it is made of glass.
Accordingly to the exploration that we had, exploration of Berlin this week, there were lots of very interesting conclusions about what can be actually improved in terms of accessibility.
We were able to go around and learn more, and then we had discussions about how the system works in other countries
We were discussing about the services for visually impaired people in our home countries. Also, we had a visitor from Germany who was telling about the system here.
Compare the different realities in different countries to share good examples of accessibility and inclusion, to share not so good examples of accessibility, and to draw conclusions which then can be used for creating their model of, let's say, ideal accessible city, but still realistic suggestions on how the thing can be improved.
We were given the chance to speak our minds and be creative and think about how we can improve, let's say, a city, how we can change the system, what we can do to improve it.
Share experiences and all, yeah, it is a great moment. And a lot of the time you'll find you've the similar experiences, like today when Patrick was talking about the bollards, or when one of the other groups was talking about the glass doors. As I said before, every blind person knows what it's like to have walked through a glass door, because it just goes with the territory. Glass door, don't see, bang. No more glass door. No more glass door.
The city is not easy for me because I need to take care. Every day it's hard for me to go to the job and fall down because it's something in the middle of the street.
We could learn so much from each other. Everyone had great ideas, and we all found a way to make it come together in a sense that it made total sense, that we found compromise in a way that people without disabilities can live and people with disabilities can live comfortably.
Yesterday we had a brainstorm session to create crazy ideas, so fantasy ideas.
Dream about a more visually impaired friendly city.
Hello guys, how's it going?
We had a great idea. Yeah. We want to drive. We want to drive a car.
A good example, what I was trying to say, of crossing the qualities, because you are solving with the sound the problem of the contrast or of the shape. So really good. Yeah. Let's have fun, guys. It's time to have fun, really. Like sit down and dream of something funny, okay? Forget about everyone. It's your city, okay? This is good, black and white, because for the 80% of people, that combination of contrast is good. Imagine everything like this. Why it to be grey?
Yeah.
Look, it's fun. Then you choose, okay, the screen is bad for you, so forget the screen, because it's your city, so we don't want to think about all the condition of visibility. We can't. We want to imagine a city that is yours. It's not a city where everybody is partially sighted, but it's where we feel good. Finally, we feel good.
When you go to the toilet, you can choose your light.
Wow, this is amazing. Yes. But also because it's great. I love it. This is really the right direction. Like brainstorming and give ideas and then come to a point and select. So keep going. Cool.
Well, the wall is all about public facilities, mostly inside buildings. One of our favourites here is this. Visually impaired people, access to the front of concerts. So we can see the stage. This is us, and this is everybody else. Because it's our city, our way. My city, my way. Yellow bins, as I've seen, and no glass doors. Cars that drive themselves, so we can go where we want, when we want. Logical building layout, where like you come into a building and you know where the reception is going to be, the lifts, the stairs, everything's going to be in the one place in every building. Outside of the building can be different and beautiful, but inside the building, all the same. So you know, from post office to government building, is all the same. Where else? Guy with sunglasses. Of course. The best one. Discount for beer. Yes. Very important. Price scanners. Oh yeah, when you go to a shop and the price is way down there, you cannot see it. Where's the price down there? Like, ah. So you have a scanner, you just go beep. $2.99. Yeah, $2. What else? Braille tells. Oh yeah, when you're in a building, like say your government office or any office, You walk along, grid lines of the floor, feel the grid lines of the floor, yeah? And you come to a corner, just in the corner here, tells you where you are in Braille and in large writing. Also, when you walk beside the door, and the door here, the door's here, so you just feel Braille, name of office. Here, so you can read the Braille or you can read in large writing the name of office. You know the thing?
Thank you.
Yeah, cool. Bye.
Are really into the topic, and also they are really willing to get the tools and information and the possibility that we have, that we are providing, to really get involved into the process of creating this model of visually impaired friendly city, which is the aim of the workshop.
We really wanted to go a bit deeper into measuring, or rather feeling, accessibility through the senses, which is very important for partially sighted people.
Today we started to build from different materials, not only paper and pens, but we had like little pieces of wood or little paper balls or metal string or whatever. We started to build the model, and
We had our imaginations to think in a more artistic sense, but then on the last day we were given a chance to really think, like if we change the colors of the benches to orange, for example, you could see it better, especially for people who have a problem with contrast. But then in a sense you were also made to think if that would work, how it would be artistically for other people.
To see the other team's proposal was very, very funny, because they were creative, and they were also ironic and auto-ironic.
We concrete some ideas, the more important ideas, to present to the politician people for make this in reality.
We really had to think critically about whether it was a good investment or not, if it's a possible investment, or if it's just an idea that could be proposed. And with all those ideas, our ideas are going to be pitched to some people in the government where they're going to think about it.
We are going to prepare their awareness-raising product. It could be a multimedia or a video presentation or their exposition about their visually impaired friendly city. And this is something that should be disseminated across various organizations working on city accessibility in different countries of Europe.
It's a no man, 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 man. It's a no man. It's a no man. Writings on the wall, and it won't go away. It's a no man, you just run on automation now. Writings on the wall, and it won't go away. 'Cause it's a no man. It's a no man. It's a no man. Now, writings on the wall, and it won't go away. It's a no man, you just run on automation now. Now.
The expectation is to really be able to create a network, to start creating a network of people that are really willing to spread the information and the knowledge.
I was hoping to do so many things and learn so many new information about how to connect with people, what can I do if I want to start my own organization, and yeah, it came to life.
The first thing, I have lots of connections all over Europe now. And the second thing, all the moments and stories and the knowledge about life of visually impaired people in other countries.
I'm looking forward to go to different kind of countries and yeah, I liked it. I like the people and the stuff is great. So.
I applied because I've got to a stage where I'm more used to my visual impairment, and I'm happier now than I was at first.
The whole week has been really good. Like the workshops have been very inspiring to help people bring out their ideas and encourage.
The workshop was amazing. Everyone have a lot of energy, everyone have a lot of dreams.
Everything has gone so well, I couldn't be happier.
And it's great when you, with this kind of similar people, like you can just laugh and joke and have fun about this thing. It gains a lot of confidence for people. I think it builds up a lot of confidence because people can show you, oh no, you can do it this way, or you don't have to, you don't have to be so down anymore because look at us, look what we're doing here. There's all these positives.
And everyone here was helping each other and telling each other stories. Like, for me, I couldn't see a certain thing at night, but then some people who couldn't see so well in the day, they could see it at night, and you kind of have an idea that it's not just that a certain disease doesn't affect everyone the same way. It changes. Everyone can have a different effect.
I've never trusted people so quickly to help me, and I feel comfortable enough to ask for help where normally I wouldn't, and I might fall and hurt myself.
Now I'm feeling really good because I can see the other conditions more stronger than my condition, and they have a normal life.
My whole feeling is I'm really enjoying this whole thing. I'm really enjoying meeting the people, having the crack, having a few nice beers as I'm in Germany.
And it's a really good idea to rediscover things.
I learned a lot from this person.
Now I am more comfortable because I know every limitation that I have.
And so I wanted to push the boundaries to teach myself that it's not going to stop me and I can still do everything. Just safer ways to learn how to do it.
I hope this happens more. There are lots of other people who need to experience this, not just 16 people.
I want to do another one. Get inspired.
I hope that those of them who are not involved in disability organizations right now, that there will be, or that perhaps they will form a group of partially sighted people or an NGO that will move forward and protect their rights and the needs of partially sighted people.
Get some new ideas. How can I, for example, I give it back to Holland so maybe they can improve some things.
For me, what I could bring home is actually a lot of the things, how things were organized and how different government offices and non-government offices can actually help.
I'm also studying social work, so this kind of workshop could be a thing that I would work in. Not only because I have a eye problem myself, but this is really useful for my professional career.
I want to make a workshop for self-defense for people who can't see. Then it gives me an idea how I can organize it and how I can make it happen instead of just wondering that, can I do this by myself? Will I be able to do it?
I'd like to bring back confidence in my own ability, that I might get lost or scared, but that's okay and I can do it.
Now I received a lot of inputs that I have to re-elaborate. I think that I will change my approach.
We don't know what the future holds, but if we just limit what we can do for the future, then the future won't really change. So we have to keep on opening paths, bringing in more people, and letting people know.
They come back and they say, here, we have this collection of recommendations for improving accessibility for partially sighted people. And here we have this beautiful project that we need to share, and we have innovative method for understanding what accessibility should be and measuring it for partially sighted people. So My expectation is that they come back home and make some change, because every change starts with a small step. It doesn't matter whether it's big or whether it's a tiny step, but something should be done.
Podim vita, podim piusa, podim boida, podim nalmi. Podim tira, podim dianta, podim nalmis falamian. Podim nalmi dimi gotori, podim nalmis falamian. Poginelmi priscigotori, poginelmi svelamian. Shane.
Là dove il mare luce e
Somebody
tira
else.
forte il vento. E chiamava la ragazza nel golfo di Sorrento. Poi si schiarisce la voce dopo che aveva pianto. Ed è così che ricomincia il canto.